this is the start of another little project. And it's based around this figure. I bought this particular figure maybe 30 years ago from a little tiny shop called Under Two Flags, I believe, which is in St Christopher's Place, London. I spent ages in there looking at everything there was, and I thought this little guy looked pretty good. I liked the pose and animation of it. Okay, and that was my attempt from maybe 30 years ago to paint him up. Then I got kind of nostalgic about it because I really did like that figure at the time. I still do, the pose wise and so on. But I think the paint work is now a bit dated and so on. I can maybe do a better job now. And so what I did was I went online and I had a look, and I got this figure of a popular auction site, which is the same figure. And I found out at the same time this company, Friulmodellismo, is going out of business. So I did try and buy it from their site, but it wasn't available. The whole website is down. So what this video is going to be about is me having another go at this figure, which is something I seem to be doing quite a lot, is redoing things or having another go at them and so on. So that's what this is going to be about. I'll take it out of the packet next. Okay, this is a little progress update. I've sprayed him with the Vallejo white primer, the polyurethane, I think it is, type, over there now. And I've also sprayed his cloak. I used this color, Japan uniform model color, and it is the sort of color I wanted, like a natural sort of fiber looking color, but it didn't. It's revealed a lot of sort of scuffs and not smooth parts of his cloak, which you can see there. It's not so bad. I don't think there's anything around the other side. Well, there's a little bit like in there and so on, which is a shame. But what I'm thinking now is I'm going to use this, let's see if I can zoom out again, this plastic putty to go over it, make a thin sort of mix of it to fill in all these sort of rough areas there, and also perhaps put in some new creases up there. Alright, I'm going to try that now. See you in a minute. Okay, here's a little update. I've used the plastic putty. And what I've done, I've brushed it all over the figure, over his cloak that is, because I thought perhaps it would make a kind of texture. It would make the cloth look more realistic. Let's see if I can show that. Didn't do so much at the front. A little bit under there. There's a few lumps and bumps in it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to come back and have a look at it. I might do another coat, or maybe two even. And then see what we can end up with on that. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, I've given his cloak another coat of plastic putty. Alright, that's the second coat. Let's see how that dries, and I'll take it from there. See you in a minute. Okay, well after that second coat of the plastic putty, I've given him a quick respray with the Japan uniform colour. It might be still a bit wet. It looks a bit wet anyway. Don't go out of focus on me. That's what he looks like from the front. I think it looks a lot better actually, and it does. It has added texture. The plastic putty has added texture in places. I'll give it another while to dry and then I'll have another look at it. Okay, last quick little update. I've done a bit more shading, and I even resorted to dry brushing to try and make his cloak look a bit more realistic. I've done quite a lot of work on this cloak, haven't I? But it is the single biggest part of the figure, I suppose. Then I messed up a little bit here, where I accidentally got the brush wet. I'll have to redo that again. Anyway, I'm sort of happy with it. I'm just continuing on with it. Okay, well, that's where we got to. Okay, another little update. Still working away with this this guy's cloak. Giving him a few more coats. You can see it. See if I zoom in a bit. I sort of like the textured look that it's got. Well, it's getting there, but a couple more layers probably to help it along. And also, whilst I've been waiting for paint to dry and so on that figure, I've been oops, let's mind that out of the way. Been working on his shield. You can see there. All that writing on it. I'll have to find a way to bring that out. I should think with some sort of a light coloured wash that fills it in. Yeah, I'm not sure about that blue that I used. It's this model air blue. I thought it would be a good idea, but it looks too dark. Okay, I'll put a little enamel wash on it as well, which is the Tamiya. Well, I'll go and get it. Hang on a second. It's I used this Tamiya panel line accent color dark brown as a wash. I think it's brought out the details quite nicely after I painted it. I thought I had a light grey wash and I was going to use that to try and do the writing on his shield, but if I do have it, I can't find it. Okay, so that's where I've got to. There he is, there's his little cloak, and I'll see you next time. Okay, quick update as I'm coming towards the end of this process. I varnished his face and put his dagger on and painted the base a little bit. I'll show you his shield and other arm in a second. Just do a little 360 so you can see everything. It's quite a difficult model to paint this, partly due to the fact that his face is pretty flat. This is his shield, which will go in there. You can see that okay, I hope. good bit of painting in it. I have to do the back of it yet. You can see that's not done, but that's not going to be too difficult. Well, I hope not anyway. Yeah, his face is a bit flat. Let's see if I can... Too close. Because I have the matte varnish, I'd have gloss varnished it. Let's see. Part of the problem is on the actual figure, I think he's squinting, so his eyes are very, just two lines on his face, and to make a sort of sense of it, well, this is what I've done anyway, you can see. Okay, I'll leave it there. Okay, well, here's the last little bit of the video. Let's just start off with showing you the figure that I did all those years ago. You can see how he looks. And then I bought another one of these. That long spear tends to get a bit bashed and bent as it gets moved around. And I'll just quickly also show you what I have here. Let's turn around a little bit. I have, that's this painting guide for this guy, a 13th century Anatolian Infantryman, 54mm. There's nothing else on that. And here's sort of instruction leaflets. Let's see if we can get that in this shot somehow. Maybe I'll take a separate picture of this and put it up in the corners, and if you want to look at it. So that's what I did all those years ago, 20 or whatever number it is years ago. And here's the one I've just finished. You can see it is the same figure. There's the new one looks like he's leaning slightly more to the right. It's really, that's how he's turned out. There's two of them there. This was an enjoyable little project. Sort of took me back, a bit of reminiscing, and a bit of opportunity to do a bit more painting, as I have a little bit more time than I used to have for this kind of work. I did his dagger a bit more fancy. It's just blue on the older one, and it says on the bottom, sort of maker's details. I think it might be slightly different on this one. Alright, and that's Friulmodellismo. I think they're closing down, so don't expect to see too many more of these around. I got this guy off an auction site, this new one. As I say, that one used to be a model shop, figure shop, up in central London off Oxford Street, under two flags. Okay, well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little project, and see you next time. Take care.